So I know everybody likes to point to the Minnesota Timberwolves as the team to have the brightest future in the NBA, and that may be correct, but I think the Los Angeles Lakers are right there with them, to be honest with you. Let's just start with Luke Walton, who we imagine is going to be a much better head coach than Byron Scott was. Of course, we saw Walton take over the Golden State Warriors for the first half of the season, and Golden State was still running their sets. They were running off-ball screens. They were running pick and rolls that were impossible to defend. And of course, that team is supremely talented, but at the same time, the coaching was damn good as well under Luke Walton. So I have high hopes for him with the Lakers. And then when we look at the roster, we can start with the backcourt. D'Angelo Russell, 13 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds in your rookie season. That's actually pretty damn good. When you look at how things normally go for rookie point guards, D'Angelo Russell looks very good, and I think the thing with him is he shoots 35% from 3, which is very valuable this early in his career, but he's also not afraid to attack the basket. And given his ability to kind of slow down and speed up depending on how the defense is playing him, kind of like a Paul Pierce style, although he's much more athletic than Paul Pierce was, it's really something valuable for the Lakers there. But not only that, his backcourt mate Jordan Clarkson, he has an ability to put the ball on the floor and beat guys off the dribble and play in the pick and roll as well, but he can also shoot from 3, so the potential of Russell as well as Clarkson to play off of each other and one spotting up for the other and both of them being able to shoot and potentially having both of them implemented into handoffs and stuff like that and side-to-side action, it can be very effective for the Lakers, and I think Luke Walton is going to do a great job of running that sort of offense for them. And actually, I think D'Angelo Russell is ready to take a huge jump this season. Part of this being Kobe Bryant is no longer there, so just from that, he's going to have the ball in his hands more often. So I think D'Angelo, I don't know if you can give a guy most improved player when it's only his second season in the NBA, but I think D'Angelo really is ready for that much of a jump for this Lakers team as the point guard. But not only that, they drafted Brandon Ingram as well, and I think Ingram, when you look at what Clarkson and Russell can do, which is, like I said, drive inside and force the defense to commit to them, Brandon Ingram's going to fit into that beautifully, because that guy shot over 40% from 3 in college. You have to imagine he's going to come into the NBA and be able to shoot from everywhere immediately. I think it's just going to be a match made in heaven. You look at Ingram, he's going to be able to run off of screens, he's going to be able to do off-ball stuff, which Luke Walton did in Golden State, or just from the defense having to defend both Russell and Clarkson who can drive inside. You kick out to Ingram, it's going to be really good. I think Ingram definitely has a chance at Rookie of the Year this season. I don't know if he's going to be starting day one. They might give that to Luol Deng, but I don't think it's going to be long for Brandon Ingram to be the starting small forward for this team. But what I think is also going to be really interesting if we look into the future a little bit is having 3 guys who can put the ball on the floor but also shoot from 3. That's going to be extremely difficult to defend, because if Brandon Ingram is going to be shooting high 30s, potentially 40% from 3, Russell's good from 3, Jordan Clarkson's good from 3, and then we assume just their natural progression and Luke Walton being the head coach and knowing how to get these guys open, I don't know how the hell you're going to defend these guys. Now, as far as defense is concerned, I'll admit, I didn't watch every single Lakers game last season, so I'm not super knowledgeable about how good Russell and Clarkson really are on defense, but apparently they had their moments, but they had to work on their consistency, which is to be expected of guys this young, so they seem like they have good heads on their shoulders. I think they'll be fine defensively under Luke Walton. Hopefully Brandon Ingram can grow into a nice defensive player as well. And then you also look at Julius Randle, who is kind of an old-style power forward because he's predominantly just around the basket the majority of the time. That's not to say that he can't be valuable for them, although if I had to sort of make a ranking of the guys that I'm most optimistic about on this team, I think Julius Randle ends up below Clarkson and Russell and Ingram, but it's not to say I don't think he can be good. I think it would help him to develop a 15-foot jumper, but It seems like he's going to be a really strong rebounder in the NBA for a long time. He's pretty damn athletic as well, and I think his ability to probably play pick and rolls with Clarkson and Russell, that should be really good. Ingram can dribble the ball as well. And of course, Luke Walton's the guy in the middle of all of it. So I think the Los Angeles Lakers, the potential for this team is really through the roof. With Clarkson, Russell, and Ingram, 3 guys who can dribble, but also shoot. And like I mentioned, I think D'Angelo Russell is ready for a huge improvement this season. Luke Walton is a very good coach. I think this season, while I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, I do think the Lakers are going to have a really exciting year. And Laker fans are going to see this season just how much there is to be excited about this roster, and I think there's a lot. So some good things coming in Lakerland. There's also Larry Nance Jr., who will probably be making his way onto the God-tier role players list pretty soon because he's very smart. He's always in the right place at the right time. Very good passer, and I think he could end up being the Lakers' 6th man for a long time, playing 20-something minutes per game. I don't know if he can play next to Julius Randle because they're both like 6'9", but at the same time, like Julius Randle's already a beast on the boards, so maybe for some minutes you could play them together. But yeah, it's going to be some exciting times in Lakerland, so enjoy it.